Hey, hello, hi, and welcome back to my channel. Today I figured I would do a Groom with me video. As you can see, my two are covered in dry mud. They're also in the middle of shedding. So yeah, enjoy today's video. As you can see, they are caked in dried mud. They're also in the middle of shedding. I'm currently using a metal curry comb here to remove all of this thick covering of the dried mud, along with any of the loose hair. Because that this is a metal curry, it easily cuts through the caked on mud. However, I'm making sure to make short, light strokes with the brush because of the fact it is a metal curry. As you can see here, the hair is starting to clog up the curry comb. When this happens, as you can see, I just bring up my boot, beat the brush free of the clogged hair and dust, and continue with brushing. You can see here that Starr is kind of moving her head. I am not 100% on it. This is if her being reactive to the brush or if this is with Cali screwing with the program. You could see her nose pop over right there. She does have this tendency to intrude on Starr's personal space, and Starr likes to let her know that she is not always welcomed. So I have since, obviously, removed the camera. This allows us to see Cali. The camera, or at which what the camera sets on is the pivot, decided that he wanted to spin around and start looking and videoing the horse in the pasture next to the three-sided shed. as much as I love Cali's long mane, I am so tempted to cut it just for the simple fact trying to brush her neck underneath it is its own monstrosity. As you can tell here, it's like picking it up at fistfuls at a time just to try and comb underneath it. And it's quite annoying, to say the least. But because she probably will not be a show horse this year, I will give her the benefit of the doubt, and I'm just going to let her keep her mane. Here I am just doing a final touch-up around the tails on both of them. As you can see, there's still little bits coming as far as dried dirt and mud, along with hair. So much of the hair. Starr also actually had a little bit of dried mud like at the top of her tail. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this brush off and walk on over to grab my hard brush so I can start really focusing more on the dust and the loose hair than the actual mud. As you can tell, there's mud and hair, or dust and hair flying. I am using the metal curry to get the excess hair off the brush, as seen there. And this is just going to be repeated now on both of the horses, as we try and get the dust that I have now lifted up on both of them. Because you never actually want to use a metal curry on the legs, I am now going over all of their legs with the brush, as seen here, just to make sure we're removing all of the caked on mud that they have left me with. As you can see here, I'm going to grab my detangular and my mane and tail brush. Because it's easy to thin out tails, I actually rarely ever brush the tails. When I do brush them, I make sure to always have the detangular spray, and I always start at the bottom of my tail, and I work my way up as I brush. This will also go the same for your horse's mane. As you can see, I'm really just giving the tail a very good spritz. I'm making sure to really hit the end there. Go ahead and place that detangular on the ground, grab my brush, and just starting to detangle from the bottom and work my way up. Because I make a point to rarely brush out the tails here, when fall time comes, I actually do one last really good shampooing of the season to really clean out the tail. Make sure to start from the bottom up when it comes to brushing once the tail is dry. And I will actually braid their tail just below the tailbone all the way down and place it in a tail bag all throughout the winter, just to prevent them from getting any frozen pee or poop stuck in it and prevent it from getting all gross and having to try and detangle it in the middle of winter. I've had to do that once and never again. Now that I've detangled majority of the tail, I go ahead and, as you can see here, I slowly take it separate by chunks, brush out each small section before I will go ahead and drop a new small section into the current detangle. And this is all for my grooming video today. If you've made it all the way to the end, I want to thank you. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.